Hello, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build a netherwart farm. So here is the design right here. And this, you might have seen different netherwart farms before, so ones that are a bit more, like you need more observers, you need quite a lot of redstone for most of the other designs. This one's really, the difference with this one is it's really nice and simple, and it's been changed up a bit. See, I've been experimenting with different types of farms and I found this is the perfect one. So how it works is you sit in a minecart and all you're doing, if I can get onto here, is going round here and placing netherwart. You keep going round and round and you pretty much just keep placing netherwart. And then after time, this is the one that once this is grown up, all of these will be destroyed in a way. All of these will be broken by the water. So once this one is at its full growth stage, this will cause the redstone to turn on here, and then it will turn this redstone off here, and all the water will flow down and move all the netherwart over here, while the player will collect it. You can, if you're AFKing this for a long time, instead of having this, have hoppers to collect some of the stuff, but really I don't think you'll be spending too much time on this farm. So per harvest you can tend to get around maybe 4 stacks of netherwart, I'd say, on average anyway. So which is really good for like a netherwart farm. Like you don't tend to get that, so that's like maybe you could probably get around 12 stacks of netherwart an hour, which is really good. Which is really not bad for a netherwart farm, and it's really low tech too. Obviously you've got this bit which is quite high tech, but most of the other stuff's just a little bit of redstone and repetition. So I'm going to be showing you how to build this. If you're on the item list, which the item list will be for these 2 pod areas, that will be in the description below. Also I'd like to give a special thanks to Dockham77 for coming up with this setup here. The problem with his is he just repeated this along, which was it was inefficient in a way, and it took up a lot of resources. So that's why I've tried and got a changed sort of design, which is much nicer really. So his bit is this, and then the rest of it's mine in a way. So the rest of it's just a bit of redstone and quite a few different other features. So let's get on to the tutorial. You're going to need to do is you're going to need to get your soul sand, your building blocks, and your trapdoor. It can be any trapdoor you want. So now we're just going to make an area up here. So if I break this right now, we go 3 across here, and we put some smooth stone here, or whatever building block you're going to be using, and then we'll just make a little area like this. So this is going to be repeated 20 times. So if I have this one, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we have 20 over here. So now we're going to make a ledge across here. Your redstone will be up here, okay? So all the circuitry will be on top of it. So now we need to repeat this and go across here, like this. This is where your netherwart will be staying. We'll be facing you'll be facing your place. You'll be placing it a bit. You won't be placing it where the trapdoors are, otherwise you'll keep opening and closing them, and that will be very annoying. So you'll be like facing. So when you're in the minecart, you'll be facing onto this one here, but not here. Otherwise, you're gonna have problems with these opening up and down, which is not good. So we just want to keep these like this. So a bit like this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some smooth stone, place it across here. Now I'm going to put in the water at the end, just to save myself from like spilling water on redstone or anything like that, because redstone and water don't mix. So now we're going to have to go across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Break all this. And then we place some more soul sand. And you're going to make another one of these, pretty much. and then we'll go across by a couple, I can't remember. I'll check how many we need to go across extra. I think it is just 2, yeah, we just go across 2 extra. So we're making a second ledge. I advise making a second one just to make the farm quicker. You don't have to if you don't want to though. And we're making the exact same setup, and it will end at the same area too, so which is really helpful. So if I go across here, so stop there, I don't want to go too far. And here we go, this matches perfectly, which is what we want. And then we're just making the same thing, it's exactly the same setup pretty much. I'll show you after I've finished it, otherwise I don't want to keep this all on the video, it'll make it too long. Go any further with this tutorial, I'd just like to say that only a small percentage of my viewers, so you guys, are subscribed. So why not consider subscribing? It's like free, and you can always unsubscribe if you're unsatisfied. And plus, my farms which I build, I could make like a video on a farm that you probably never heard of, or it's an item that you need a lot of, but you didn't know there's a farm out there. So it could inspire you to take on a new project, a new farm project, even though it wouldn't take that long because most of these farms are quite easy to build. So anyway, I'll let you get on with the video now. So first of all, you're going to need your soul sand, and you're going to need some building blocks, and also your trapdoor. So I've already had a setup here just to help me remember. But so how it works is you need the soul sand, so you need 3 across like this. You're going to be going across 20 over there. You're going to need a normal block, this will be where your water is. And you can also put a trapdoor here if you want to. And then you need your block here. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's going to be a gap of 4 blocks in between this. Then you're going to need 3 soul sand over here. This is for the extra layer. This is going to be a bit longer. This is going to be 22 blocks long, just because you can get more netherwart. And then I'm going to have 2 blocks here normally, and a trapdoor. So now I'm going to fill this in. So as this is a side bit here, you can pretty much just do this, and then this is the first one. So you can count that as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So you've got 20 here. So you're going to go 20 across. You're going to have to fill all of this in like this. This is much more simpler than just doing a bunch of redstone as well. Then you can just put some soul sand across here. A bit like this. You're going to be filling this whole area with soul sand, so you're going to need quite a bit of soul sand. So advise visiting a soul sand valley, but be careful of the ghast, they're very annoying. And they can shoot fireballs at you, so just be careful, is my advice anyway. You're going to be placing water here, so don't do this yet. Wait till you've put the signs in, because water and rails really don't mix. So I hope they do waterlog rails in the next update, because that would be really useful. So now we're going to be filling this one in. I'm not going to do this on camera just because it's going to take quite a bit of time, and I don't really think you're interested in watching me just fill in a bunch of blocks. I think you're just interested in the tutorial. So you're going to have to go across to this side instead of having it cut off here, and then you're going to have to go off 20, so you can stop here. So I'm going to show you in the next bit. It should look similar to this. You might have different building blocks, but it should look similar to this in a way. And you'll see you have the extra bit here, which is quite good. Now we're going to be adding the rail, so you don't actually need that much power rail. I know power rail can be quite annoying to craft and get and everything like that. Same with rail really, I kind of find it annoying to get. So you don't need too much of it, so I'm actually just going to be building the platform where you'll be on the minecart. So just go all the way around like this. So you need to fill in the whole area round, and you're going to want to go here. So you'll have like a little section here, which is for the sensor area, where it will be sensing if it's grown or not. Now we're going to be making an area here. You can stop it here, just to keep the water inside, because you don't want the water leaking onto the rail. And you know, with the rail breaking, it's going to be very annoying. You need to fill this all with signs. I'm not going to do it on camera just because it's going to take a long time, and I don't think you want to watch that. So I'm just going to make the section here. I'm going to do the rail on camera though, so you can see what that looks like. So now in the center, so if you find the center, that's where the power rail will be going. You can always have one here if you want, but I prefer to have two just to make it look a bit nicer. You can place this inwards like this, and that's a bit better. It's a bit nicer when it's equal. And then just put rail all across here. I'll show you what to do on the other side too, because you'll need power rail for that. So now you need power rail for this. Put this in the center again. Sometimes the redstone will go here, so that's why I put the torch in here. So now place this all the way around. So you're going to be placing this and connecting it all the way around. The good thing about having power rail on both sides is you keep constant speed the whole time. That's what you kind of want from this sort of farm. A constant speed across here. As this is completely safe as I've got the signs in. So if I do this, the water won't go onto the rails at all. And if I close this up, the water disappears. So that's the way we're going to get rid of the netherwart. So now I have placed this rail a bit in, so if you just, a bit out I mean. So if you just place it like this, because you don't actually need this much area, so if you just place it, if I get rid of all this, if you just place it in a bit, it doesn't really make too much difference really, but I'm just going to do it anyway for compactness, because you want it to look more compact, and then that's a bit better. So now I'm going to move on to the redstone bit. This bit is probably the most confusing bit, but as long as you keep listening, I'll explain how it all works. The redstone part of the build, probably the best part to me, but maybe not to you, but it's my favourite part anyway. So you need to put some soul sand here, and then a observer here that goes into this. You're gonna need to put a block here. Then you're gonna need your dropper. Now place it up like this. So, and then you're gonna need a comparator. So if I place a block here, and then place a comparator into here, and then place a block here, and then place a redstone torch up here. And you're gonna have 3 items inside here. I can put them in right now. That'll turn off this torch here. You can also have a torch here. You're gonna need a torch here anyway. So now you're gonna need to put a piston up at the top here. Then you're gonna need your block. So I'm gonna put a block up here. You're gonna need to put a dropper here. Then a observer going into there. Now you can have a observer going to here too. And then you're gonna need a repeater. So now make sure this repeater's on 2 ticks. This just helps it. Then you're gonna need an observer here. It's also advised for servers too, because sometimes servers can lag. So this helps with servers having it on 2 ticks. It doesn't make too much difference, but it works better, I'd say. And then the last thing you're gonna need to do is place a piston up here. So it's gonna break the netherwart. So this is the setup here. So I'll just get the. So how it works is I'm gonna have the netherwart here. It's gonna notice it growing. Once all the items are in here, it's gonna unpower this. So these torches will be powered. Will turn on, I mean, which will power this piston, which means the output will go into this observer, go through that repeater into this one. Then the piston will move downwards twice. That will be captured by this. But then this, as this is done twice, this kind of duplicates it in a way into 4. So it will send an output 4 times into this. As there's 3 items, it doesn't really make too much difference. You don't have to change the design up. But all 3 of these items will be put back into this. So it's kind of complicated, but it's also not at the same time in a way. So I'm going to show you the next bit of the redstone. Next redstone bit, you're going to need some redstone dust. Just place it all across here. You're going to do this on both bits too. So this will power all of these. This will keep them like this. So I'm going to do this on this side too. You're going to need it on both bits, like that. So now, we're going to need to have a dropper. Just place it like this, and then a hopper. Now we're gonna need to put an item inside here. So we'll have the item like that. Now we're gonna have a comparator. Put it in like that. Now we're gonna need some repeaters. So I'm gonna make a big line of repeaters across here. This is for pulse extender. So I'll put a block here as well. So it's kind of like a it will go all the way around. So while this is on, the item will stay in here, and that will keep the pulse extender long enough. So the reason why we have a pulse extender is because you need the water to push all the netherwart to the end, so the player can collect all of it instead of just some of it. So that's why we have a pulse extender. If we didn't have that one, then some of the netherwart would be caught here or here, and we won't be able to get all of it, pretty much. So this is to get 100% efficiency. So we're gonna need quite a few repeaters. So we're gonna need around, let me think, we're gonna need around this many. So now we're gonna put them on 4, and we'll have it like this. So now we're gonna need a block and a redstone torch. That will power all of this, keeping these like that. So if I turn this off and then on, that's what happens. And while this is on, this is locking this hopper so that the item can't go back in here. This is a really nice redstone circuit. So now we're going to need to next bit. So we're going to need some redstone up here. And we're pretty much just going to make a little bridge that leads to the very top. So let's go up here, across here, and then we can go downwards. So I'm going to go down here, and then here. So now we're going to need a repeater here, and a block here, and then we'll be making a little redstone bridge. So that's pretty much all the circuitry done, which is quite easy, it's not too hard. Now we're going to put some blocks across here, because also we want the best efficiency, and we don't want items getting stuck onto this wall. This has happened, I've done a few testing, and it happens quite often, so you really don't want this to happen. So now this is pretty much finished. All you need to do now is get a minecart. So if I go get a minecart, and then if I get some netherwart. Now to start off with, you're probably going to need quite a bit of netherwart. You can always start off with just a little bit. So you could put some on this side and then that's it. But you are going to need quite a little bit. You can also add hoppers down here if you want to, I have said that. But I'm not going to do it, as I don't think I'll be using this that much, as netherwart doesn't really have too many uses. So now if I place this in, I'm not holding it there, pretty much all you'll be doing is just going round and round, and you'll keep placing it all in. You don't always place it in that quickly, so not all of it is grown, but that doesn't really matter, because it doesn't really matter how long, as this normally takes quite a while to grow anyway. And also while you're placing it, don't place it in front here, you need to get the back ones first. Also when you're out of the minecart stops, which is quite nice. It means you don't have to catch it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one, and also, why not, you know. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.